Alright, what's up guys? So we are out here on another run, just getting the watch started, and we're out here doing this crazy activity we refer to as running and juggling or joggling, right? Whatever you call it. We are out here doing it. You can see what we're up to right on the camera, and you know, from that we will go into today's talking point. And you know, for many, a big issue or a big topic of, hey, say desirable, right? Something people want to learn and become more familiar with is the idea of seduction, of seducing women, right? They want to get them, they want to catch them like fish. And you know, you can think that way per se, right? Almost like a fisherman throwing out your net and pulling and reeling them in. And if you think about it, just like the fish a fisherman would potentially catch, you know, when you catch the fish is gonna squirm and freak out and try to jump out the boat and do all kinds of stuff to resist being caught. It's like, oh my god, what's going on? And you know, for that, that's the same thing that applies to women, right? When you're trying to go out and chase them and pursue them and catch them, right? They're like the fish in the sea. They're swimming around, and when you come by, you know, as a shark, right, you throw your hook and you know, they bite. You start talking to them, they can freak out if you're moving too fast, right? You're going about, you know, your way of trying to pull them in, reel them in like a fish. And while that may work sometimes, it doesn't work all the time. And you know, for you want to figure out a better way to seduce them for seduction. And you know, for you, don't worry, because we give you 3 ways that you can seduce women and catch them. Because it's not always necessarily about, you know, trying to pick them up per se, but you know, certain talking points, certain things you can work on can make that a lot better, a lot easier for you. And you know, from that you'll be able to get the woman, get the girl, and that's good, right? Because that's what you want to do. So we will go into the first point. The first point for how to seduce women is to simply develop a charisma, right? A social, you know, ability, social prowess, right? Whether, you know, that's through ascending the corporate ladder, right? You finally get that high level of leadership position, right? You're in charge of a lot of people. You gotta handle a lot of different personalities and, you know, entertain people, right? And keep them around, keep them liking you. And from that, you're gonna have to develop a certain charisma, right? Because if you don't, it's probably not gonna work out well for you. You won't be at the position for very long. So in essence, what that charisma is going to do, right? And it's not necessarily a charisma to get the girl, but it is a general social charisma, right? You meet these people and they're considered social people, social butterflies. They're able to talk to anyone with ease, start a conversation, find things in common, right? Get them to laugh, so forth, whatever you may define that as. But you know, from that, you're gonna be able to, you know, make people like you, right? And you know, all those people that you're able to strike up a conversation and get to know, some of them are going to be potential partners and mates. And when you come from that mindset, you know, of talking to them as they are simply, you know, another human being, right, going about life with you, right? Because that's what it is in the end, right? It's not that special, right? They're just another person you encounter. Because when you add so much stress and importance in trying to win them over and trying to, you know, essentially get them to like you, it's not gonna really work out, right? How many times has it really worked out for you when you talked to a random person, right, and coming from that needy mindset, you know, wanting something from them, right? That person's gonna be able to sense it. And, you know, for women, you know, these emotional creatures, they're highly sensitive to picking up things like that. You know, they're gonna be able to pick that up in 2 seconds rather quickly than, you know, someone normal, right? Normal people, not women. So, you know, from that, you gotta have that abundance mindset, right? That social, you wanna be that social guy. You wanna be able to go up to them and talk to them, right? And be able to show, to telegraph your interest, but, you know, don't come across as a try hard or, you know, too pushy. Right? Just wanna get to know them, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And from that, you're gonna be able to potentially have, you know, a new hot friend. Right? There's no shame in that. Or, you know, they could be a potential partner. But you gotta be indifferent. You gotta, you know, not stress it. Right? Not worry if things don't turn out the way you plan them to be. And, you know, with that comes method number 2. And this is through, you know, working on your purpose, right? Striving to achieve more, right? That's gonna, you know, turn those women and drive them wild. Because essentially, when you are working on yourself, working on your purpose, you're not focused, you know, so much on them, right? They become almost an afterthought, right? That's what you want it to become, because you are so engulfed, right? You're possessed in a sense, right? You're this crazy, determined winner, right? And that's what they want to be with. They want to be with a winner, a successful guy, right? You want to be that person. And, you know, from that, you are going to be able to seduce them through your success. And, you know, that's not to come across in a braggadocious way, right? You don't want to be talking about, you know, your achievements and the car, you know, you're finally able to buy, and a salary bonus, right? If it comes up, it comes up. But the simple fact that you have a mission in life and you're working towards it and you're getting better, they can sense that. You don't have to tell them, right? They can see that. Right? They'll pick up on it, they'll see it in your eyes. And, you know, from that, it's one of arguably the sexiest things a guy can have. Because how many guys do you know, or that you hear girls talk about and swoon over, how many of those guys aren't successful, right? They don't have a purpose, and you won't find barely any, right? They're all swooning over the athlete, right? The doctor, you know, the movie star, right? All those people have, you know, these purposes, right? These success that they've obtained, that they've worked hard to get. And, you know, it's not necessarily the positions that they have, although that's fine and dandy, that's good. But, you know, the mere fact that, you know, they worked hard and they got there. That's because if those guys, you know, had simply been worrying about chasing tail and going after women throughout, you know, the early stage of the career, they probably wouldn't be where they are today. And from that, take that into account, right? Work on your purpose, work on yourself, right? And let that purpose do the seduction for you. Let it alter you, let it make you a monster. And, you know, from that, you'll be able to seduce those ladies, right? Because that's what they want. And that leads us to point number 3, and that is to be comfortable being alone. Woo! I don't know about you, that's one of, you know, the most attractive things a guy can have, is the ability, you know, to simply be happy on his own, right? To go about his mission on his own, to be able to have, you know, I don't know about you, but you should try this, right? Go on a date by yourself. Do it, go watch a movie, right? Just having that ability to make yourself happy is going to make it so much better when you have a girl come around and make it even better. She's gonna notice that, right? She's gonna notice, you know, that you are happy with or without her. And that's not necessarily, you know, coming from a bad place, right? Like you don't care about her, you treat her like crap. And because essentially you're indifferent to her, but you have to come, you know, from this area, almost like you're wise in a sense. You know what it is to be alone, and you know, from that you know how to be, you know, how to make that relationship feel that much better, make it extra special for you. And you know, from that you're gonna be, you know, able to show that girl, look, you know, you are the icing on the cake to my awesome life. You know, with or without you, my life is good. But if you come along and you join me in this, it's gonna be extra special. Right? What girl isn't gonna wanna do that? Right? What girl doesn't wanna be a part of an awesome guy's life? And from that, you know, she will be seduced. And you know, with that in mind, those are the 3 ways you can seduce a girl. Right? Catch her like a fish. You know, not that you don't want to do that, but you get the gist.